We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca, picture this. A Roman soldier at dawn, the air cool and sharp with the scent of damp stone. His armor clinks softly as he shifts his shoulders, adjusting the heavy pack strapped across his back. The streets of Rome are still, except for the faint echo of his sandals on the cobblestones. His march will be long, and though his sword gleams, though his shield is strong, it is the weight of what he carries that burdens him most. The extra gear he insisted on bringing. A second cloak he does not need. Trinkets he thought might bring comfort. Every step feels heavier than it should, and he wonders, if I left behind what was not essential, would I not walk lighter, freer, happier? We, too, walk with packs across our shoulders, but not of iron, not of wood. We carry burdens made of thought, regret, fear of tomorrow, the need to impress, the endless comparisons. Who is ahead? Who has more? Who looks better? Who speaks louder? Each of these, a stone we place into our pack. Some of us carry so many that our steps grow slow, our backs ache, and we forget how light life once felt. Seneca's words cut through the centuries. We suffer more often in imagination and in reality. What does this mean for us? It means most of our stones, our illusions. Think of your own life. How often do you lie awake at night, imagining what someone thinks of you? How often do you replay a mistake again and again, as if suffering twice? How often do you fear an outcome that, in the end, never even happens? These are weights we choose to carry. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was the emperor of Rome. He commanded legions, ruled over millions. And still, he reminded himself daily, the only true burden is the one we allow inside our minds. Let me tell you a story. A young Roman farmer once traveled into the city with a cart full of grain. He worried constantly that thieves would rob him, that the market would cheat him, that the weather might ruin his sale. His face was tight with worry, his back stiff. On the same road, a Stoic teacher walked, Epictetus. Born a slave, later freed, he carried almost nothing with him, just a walking stick and a cloak. Yet his stride was light, his face calm. The farmer, seeing him, asked, "How do you walk so easily, with nothing troubling you?" Epictetus smiled, "Because I carry only what belongs to me. My thoughts, my choices, my discipline. The rest is not mine to carry." The farmer was struck silent, and so should we be. Now pause and breathe. Ask yourself, what weight have you been carrying that is not yours? The judgment of others? The need to control what cannot be controlled? The endless loop of what if in your mind? These are not tools for your journey. They are stones in your pack. And every day you continue to walk with them, your steps grow slower, your life heavier. Imagine this clearly. A soldier removes one stone from his pack. Just one. He feels the shift immediately. His shoulders loosen. His stride grows easier. He smiles, faintly, because the world feels lighter, though nothing outside has changed. You too can remove a stone. Perhaps not all at once, but one at a time. Start with this. The next time your mind builds a tower of worries about what may happen, whisper to yourself Seneca's truth. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Test it. Question it. Ask, is this suffering real or imagined? You may find that most of the weight you carry has no substance at all. And so the Roman soldier, still walking down the silent street at dawn, begins to understand. He loosens the straps of his pack. He pulls out the unnecessary cloak. He leaves behind the trinkets. The road ahead is the same. The distance is the same, but his steps are freer. The less weight you carry, the happier you walk. The soldier walks further now. The morning sun rises over tiled rooftops, spilling light like molten gold across the stone streets of Rome. His pack is lighter, his steps more certain. And yet, another burden clings to him, not one you can see, not one he can remove with his hands. It is the weight of his own thoughts. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Think of that. The emperor himself, surrounded by wars, betrayal, disease, reminding himself, it is not the event, but our judgment of it, that crushes us. The soldier remembers yesterday's argument with another legionary. He replays the harsh words again and again. He feels shame, anger, the wish that he had spoken differently. And though the pack on his back is lighter, the pack in his mind is heavy still. Does that sound familiar? We all do this. We carry conversations long after they are over. We cling to insults, real or imagined. We rehearse mistakes like an actor rehearsing lines, but the play never changes. This is procrastination of the soul, dwelling on what is past instead of moving forward. Epictetus warned against this when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The soldier cannot erase the argument, but he can decide whether to carry it with him. And so can you. Pause for a moment. What memory have you carried too long? What insult? What regret? What scene do you keep replaying in your mind, as though dragging it behind you like a broken cart? What would happen if you simply set it down? The soldier reaches the edge of the city. The fields stretch before him, filled with the smell of tilled earth and olive trees. The sky expands, no longer trapped between walls. He feels the open space within him too. For every time you let go of a thought that does not serve you, you create space for peace. But the soldier is not done learning, because another weight presses on him still. One so subtle, he almost cannot see it. The weight of tomorrow. He worries about the battle ahead. Will he survive? Will his name be remembered or forgotten in the dust? Will the gods favor him or abandon him? The future whispers constantly, stealing the present moment from his hands. And is that not our struggle too? We sit at our desks, thinking not of the work before us, but of the outcomes, the recognition, the imagined disasters. We open our phones, not to learn, but to escape the unease of tomorrow's uncertainties. We delay, procrastinate, distract ourselves, because the weight of what if feels unbearable. Seneca once wrote, "We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there will be no end of them." The soldier realizes he cannot fight tomorrow's battle today. He cannot eat tomorrow's bread today. He cannot live tomorrow's life today. All he has is this step, this breath, this sunrise. And so it is for you. The weight of tomorrow is too heavy to carry today. When you try, you weaken yourself twice. Once by suffering what has not yet come, and once again when it finally arrives. You do not need to solve tomorrow's problems right now. You only need to face today with clarity. Let me give you an image. A farmer does not plant a seed and demand it become a tree overnight. He tends the soil, waters it, protects it from weeds. The future belongs to nature, to time, to what is beyond his control. If he obsessed over the tree before tending the seed, he would fail in both. So it is with us. Focus on the seed in your hand today, not the forest that may or may not grow tomorrow. The soldier, lighter now, adjusts his stride. His shoulders no longer ache with the same heaviness. The regrets of yesterday, he lets them fall. The anxieties of tomorrow, he places them aside. What remains? Only this road beneath his feet. Only this breath filling his chest. Only this step carrying him forward. And now I ask you, what if you too chose to carry only today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, only the step before you? How would that change your walk through life? The soldier now walks beyond the city walls. The fields stretch into rolling hills, touched by the golden hand of the sun. Birds scatter in the sky, their wings sharp against the horizon. His pack is light, his thoughts quieter, his heart steadier, but there is still one burden left, the heaviest of all. It is not the past, not the future, not even the judgment of others. It is himself. We are, all of us, our own greatest weight. The soldier remembers his own failures, the times he faltered in discipline, the promises he did not keep. He feels the shame of his weakness, a voice that says, "You are not enough." And is this not what each of us carries? The harshest critic is never the world outside, but the whisper within. We demand perfection. We punish our own hearts. We forget we are human. Marcus Aurelius, writing in the quiet of night, confessed to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But strength is not perfection. Strength is not never falling. Strength is rising again each time you stumble. The soldier stops by a stream. The water is clear, running over smooth stones, whispering in its own eternal language. He kneels, touches the water, and sees his reflection, not the reflection of a flawless man, not the reflection of a hero in marble, but of a human, tired, imperfect, trying, and he realizes this too is enough. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." But mastery does not mean never erring. It means learning to release the whip you hold against your own back. When you forgive yourself, when you let go of the need to be perfect, you place down the heaviest stone of all. Think of your own life. How much of your burden comes from your own judgment of yourself? The goals you missed, the habits you failed to keep, the comparisons you make against others. But what if you saw yourself not as a finished statue to be judged, but as clay being shaped each day? Clay must be pressed, molded, reshaped, and yet it is always becoming. So are you. The soldier rises from the stream. His pack is lighter than it has ever been. The road before him is long, but his step is unburdened. He carries what matters, his discipline, his choices, his character. He leaves behind what does not regret, worry, perfection. And for the first time, he truly walks free. And now, let us return to you. The less weight you carry, the happier you walk. So begin with one small step. Tomorrow morning, when you wake, sit quietly for just 1 minute. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, what weight am I carrying that I do not need today? Write it down on paper. Name it. And then let it go. Do not carry yesterday's regret. Do not carry tomorrow's fear. Do not carry the demand to be flawless. Carry only this day, only this step, only what is essential. And when you do, you will find something you may have forgotten. Lightness, freedom, the joy of walking unhindered. The Roman soldier found it on the road outside his city. You will find it in the road of your own life. Remember this truth and carry it with you. The less weight you carry, the happier you walk. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If this message spoke to you, let it reach someone else who may be carrying too much. Share it. Comment your thoughts below. Subscribe so we may keep walking this road together. Because every step we walk lighter is a step closer to freedom.